After 32 episodes of this, I kind of thought we'd be doing a little bit better, if I'm honest. I thought we might have been maybe not in Europe by now per se, but I definitely think we could have been at least a bit closer to our initial goal than we actually are. It's not really going very well. We don't really know what to do. Hello guys, David here, and welcome back to episode number 33 of Going Intercontinental here with Newell's old boys for the time being. It's not really I'm not in the best of moods, to be completely honest with you all. We're just not a very good team at the moment. I don't really know what else to say. Um, we're not really turning up. I said in the intro, I thought we'd be a bit further through this. I thought we'd be a fairly confident top six side by now. Um, we're just not. I know we're selling a lot of players, I get that, but we don't really seem to be doing much in terms of upward trajectory, which is worrying me. Obviously, we did a little bit in the first two seasons, and then it's kind of just tailed off a bit from there. We're now kind of going back down the hill, as it were. Um, so yeah, it's been a tough last couple of games to play offline. I'm not going to lie to you, partly because we've just not played very well. The last games you saw the incredible comeback against Cruzeiro. We're still waiting to find out our second round opponent in the Copa Sudamerica. That will probably be tomorrow's episode. But yeah, it's just not been great. We came off of that to a terrible 2-0 loss to Lanús, which didn't really turn up for. We then scraped by a win against Independiente Rivadavia. Again, we should have done better. Torres luckily managed to get a goal and played the game of his life against them, which is fortunate because no one else did. Rosario Central again, we played okay, and I thought, do you know what? Actually, we might be on a bit of a turn here. We might be able to get a bit back on track and try and find some form again. And then Independiente came along. We're 1-0 down. Belmonte decided to get himself sent off for, I think, elbowing someone. I didn't quite catch it on the 2D camera, but it looked like that. It was one of those just what looks like an innocuous challenge, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So he then got sent off, and then he just fell apart. I had thought we might have had a chance. We got it back to 2-1 with Oscar Fernandez, and then Palacios came back to bite us, scored, and then it was just game over at that point. And then we made that even worse by a 4-0 defeat to Boca, of which we were even worse. We did absolutely nothing. We offered nothing to that game. And then we continued that in a draw against Estudiantes. The only reason why we didn't lose is because our defenders played well. We didn't create anything. I swear to God, I didn't see a single highlight in that game. We were absolutely terrible. Um, Velez game, we did okay. We obviously we went 1-0 up, and then in typical Velez fashion, I'm sure this tends to be the case. I don't know if I can see this on. I don't want to view the match. Don't do that. No. It's all right. It's fine. I thought it was gonna do the whole loading thing. If I go and see the past meetings, I'm pretty sure most of them, if we have drawn or lost with, they've been really late goals. Look at this one. First one, 94th minute defeat. That one, we'll ignore that one. This one, last sort of 15, 20 minutes or so. This one, conceded in the 94th minute again. Same again, 90th minute. We just seem to be conceding very late goals against them, and it's getting very annoying. Um, I just don't like it. So we're not really doing very well against them, to be completely honest with you. And then just to top it off, the last game that I played offline, we just lost to Ardecivi, and I'm just not in the best mood with the team at the moment. We're just not really doing anything. You see that is too patchy a form for a team like us. I really think we're a better team than that is letting us on to be, especially because according to the Civili Classica preview, we're meant to be we're a seventh place side. So we're 25 to 1 to get the title. I'm pretty sure we're 65 to 1 when the season started. We're just not doing anything. We're just really not playing well. The side's not really turning up. There's been a few players who are, but mostly they're not, and it's really disappointing to see. But yeah, the end of this season is going to have to be a a consideration as to what I do next. Whether I carry on for another season or whether I potentially start seeing if anyone else is looking at some people. We did take the Racing Club interview. We didn't get the job. I didn't get offered it this time. I think it's because I told them I wanted to start at the end of the season and not start halfway through. That's probably why they went for it, because someone came in straight away. So that's probably why. But yeah, it's just not been a very fun couple of months in game for me. It's just been a bit annoying. But anyway, we'll move away from that and we'll get on to today's games, which are of course against Independiente in the Cup, who obviously beat us 4-1 just over a month ago, and then we're going to play another league game against Huracan, who are in a similar sort of vein of form to us. They were really good last season, although we weren't, and then just haven't really played very well since. But without further ado, I'm going to go into this game, which just reminded me itself I need to take him off. I need to make a couple of changes because I haven't done those. But yeah, to be honest, team-wise, it's not a huge amount I can really do. None of us have really played well. Yeah, I'm just struggling to decide what I'm going to do with the team. Is the honest answer. One of those things is going to be putting Zeballos on the bench though. But team for this game is going to be Manetti in goal, Kano, Gratha, Machuca, and Andriozzi the back four. Machuca, the shining light, or one of the two shining lights of an otherwise fairly lackluster team. Belmonte and Torres, the other shining light, are in the middle of the park. Aguirre, Riera, and Benitez playing behind Varela up front, who desperately needs to start punting some goals back in the net. In fact, one of the change I am going to make, no, I'm not, because Riera has actually been playing quite well, was going to be Bottomore of Riera, but he's not been playing too well either way. But without any further ado, we definitely need to we need to at least not get hiding in this one. That's the biggest thing. I think it's going to be difficult. Obviously, we're not in the best of form anyway. I have had a word with the lads, told them they need to pull the finger out and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not confident at all for either of these games. Even though we're above Huracan, we're now not really anywhere near top six. We've done that whole thing. We've just kind of fell away at the middle point of the season again, and as a result, yeah, we're just not really been doing a huge amount. So yeah. There you go. Enough about me. Enough about me. This sob story. Let's get on with this game. So Aguirre's on the ball. He's going to run down the left-hand side. Tries to pass his man. Gets to Varela, who does score. So 29 or 30 seconds in, Varela has ended his goal drought. Got his 12th goal of the season. Brian Aguirre the assist. It is not to be sniffed at, the fact that as soon as we actually did lose Aguirre to injury, we lost him halfway into one of those games that I was talking about. It was one of the losses. I think it might have been the return fixture against these guys. He came off with an injury and has been out for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's only like a second game back. It's well worth noting that the games he's not played in, we've played significantly worse. So I think I've probably understated his ability within the side, to be completely honest. Obviously, he has signed a new contract. There is no release clause in there, so we're not bound to that. Lautaro Torres has also scored himself a new contract with, again, no release clause involved. That looked like it was a penalty, which it is. So it's going to be 1-1. You would have to assume it's 1-1. So it's 1-1. Independiente have levelled up the tie only 10 or 11 minutes after we went 1-0 up in the first place, which is not ideal. I'm not going to watch that. It's a penalty. We all know what's going to happen. So yeah, it's not a coincidence that as soon as Aguirre wasn't playing, we'd not played very well since. And that's hit the crossbar, and Torres has managed to clear. And I thought it was another penalty, but it's not, because everything just seemed to slow down for a second, but we're okay. So now, yeah, as expected, Independiente, who are flying high in the league, are now starting to turn the screw a little bit and start to put a bit of pressure on us. We do know who we're playing in the sixth round. It's some unknown team if we get through. If not, I think well, you have to assume that Independent are going to go through that one as well if they do beat us. But we shall see. A couple of familiar faces I noticed on their team as well. You got Christian Lemmer, you got Thiago Casasola, Sebastian Palacios all playing for them. So yeah, there's a few players that are formerly of our club, although Casasola is not welcome back because he was a terrible player. I'm not going to lie to you. His ratings told otherwise, but I really didn't rate him as a player. Every time I watched him, I just thought he's just awful. So bad. I have checked in on Steve Hood, and I will do that after this game, I promise, because I want to show you guys obviously what's going on with him. I won't give anything away, but yeah, I will go and show you guys him after this, because I did realise that I think it was the end of this episode, end of the last episode, or maybe the one before, I did tell you I would do that, and I didn't. So I feel quite bad. So I'll go and show you what's going on with him. And yeah, I mean, Andriossi's not really fallen in and replaced him to what I would have hoped, to be completely honest with you. I think we're going to get Kano in on another loan deal if we can. I don't want to buy him. I don't think he's worth 2 million at this stage. He's not coming in. He's not fulfilling his potential like I would hope. And yeah, my struggle is that we are on paper we've got a decent enough team. We've got a few leading Super League players, including the likes of Aguirre. Varela is up there. Obviously Belmonte, Torres. We've got a really good side on paper. We're just not doing anything with that. And I don't know what's causing that because it's not something that's ever really happened to me in this before. I'm not making a significant amount of changes, no more than I would normally do. A lot of the time I will let the assistant pick the team just in terms of fitness and stuff, and then I'll make my decisions on top of that. But to be honest, yeah, there's not really, I'm not doing anything differently to what I would normally do, and I'm just struggling to get a lot out of these players. There's so many like the likes of Benitez, Kano, Andriozzi at the moment, even even Riera. They're just not really putting in as much as you would want them to in these games, and I don't really know why. It's a bit of a mystery to me. I say that, and some of their ratings just go straight back up, but it's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Thoughts welcome in the comments if you think there's a way that I can do this within the confines of the game. Someone told me last week on one of my recent episodes to F and Jeff at the players and tell them to pull their finger out. I do that whenever I'm not commentating. I try to keep the swearing to a minimum when I am doing it because obviously I don't want you guys to hear that because I don't want to put people off. So I do try and keep that to a minimum when I am recording, and I do tell them off. And I do the odd team meeting here and there, but yeah, I don't know if there's just something critically wrong that I'm doing because they're an Argentinian team and I'm just not aware of them. As Varela hits the post, not really talked anything about the game. Riera now as it goes wide. We are starting with. We're creating the odd chance here and there, but it's just not enough. And I know what's going to happen. We've done this in the last few games that you've not seen. We created a couple of very good chances, similar to what we did there, and then they come and do that. And it either goes in like it normally does, and Aguirre doesn't need to header that at all. Luckily, the highlight finishes. But yeah, they attempt to go for a chance, and then this, and I keep saying this is going to happen, and then the other team come back and score, and that's it. It's just that a lot of the time. Let's bring off Riera because yeah, he's not really playing. He's not really playing particularly well, and I think we'll bring off Andriozzi as well. Luciano Gomez is one of those that I really am. I'm not disappointed in. I'm just a bit regretful that I let the let the director of football bring him in because he's just not that good. Well, sorry, he's not a bad player. He just doesn't fit with the way I play. I don't think because he doesn't really seem to. He doesn't really seem very comfortable on the ball. Obviously, you've seen a few instances on camera where he has had the ball, dawdled on it, lost it, and they've given themselves a chance on the break, and that seems to be all too familiar. I'll be honest, I don't know what happens if this stays at 1-1. I'd imagine extra time. I'm sure I've seen it before. I'm sure we've been to extra time on one of these before. If only that clearance there had gone to someone else, and we might have been in with a chance. But this time it's Bottomore out to Omar Fernandez, who manages to get past his man, and it's being given a penalty right at the end of the game. Can Gratha convert? That's the big question. Can he do it? Come on. He does. It's 2-1. We may be going through in the cup. I am not resting on my laurels just yet. I do not believe that we are through until the whistle's blown, especially because it's only a one goal difference at the moment. But Gratha has scored a penalty for the fourth or fifth time this season. To be honest with you, he's been doing a lot of that. So let's just hope we get to the end. No more highlights, please, Mr. Football Manager. Okay, this is fine. It's on this side of the pitch. Gets it nearly to Fernandez. They're going for a very, very quick kick out from the keeper. Aguirre's there on the complete opposite side of the pitch where he normally is, but gets there, makes the challenge, and manages to break up the play. And it goes to Minetti, who gives it to Varela, to Belmonte, who's I thought he would have played in bottom, or plays it to Fernandez, who's going to get the ball across. He's not. He takes a shot very selfishly, but I don't think it matters. Oh no! Oh God! It's a free kick just outside the box. This is going in. Oh, it's not. Minetti saved it. Oh my word, what was he doing there? I feel like Minetti, he must have been stuck on the floor or something because he should have got to that, I think, on the second one, but it's been cleared. It's a corner. Get it away. Minetti's captured the ball. He's got his hands on it. Surely that's the end of the game when this gets kicked away. It is, and we are through to the 6th round of the Cup, which, of course, let's not forget, is a route into the Copa Libertadores that we are not ready for just yet. We're also worryingly hemorrhaging a lot of money. So who do we play? We play Alvarado, Mar del Plata, whoever they are. They're in the bottom. They're in the league below us. That's all I really know. Don't really know what else to tell you about those. That game will be in a while. Crocodile. Um, when is that game? Why does it always put me to the top? That's really annoying. Yeah, that game's not till next season, so we're not going to worry about that. So let's crack on and let's go do the game against Huracan in the league. And hopefully you make an unbeaten episode. Alright then guys, game against Huracan coming up, but before we go into that, I just wanted to bring you to the attention of the screen right now. As you can see, fantastic result for the under-20s boys who've won the under-20 league title. I don't think that's the only time they've done it either. I'm pretty sure we've won it a couple of times now. Doesn't say who's won it, to be completely honest with you, but I'm pretty sure we've won that before. Maybe is there more than one of them? It looks like there's another division as well, is that? I'm convinced we've won one of these. Look, whatever the case, doesn't matter. But we've won that one. Very pleased with that. As you can see, a lot of very, very highly rated players in the squad, which is exactly what we expected, to be honest, didn't we? So get back to the big screen. There we go. So we've got Bachi scoring 11 goals in 18 games. Schultz, who is a very, very highly rated centre half that I'm very much looking forward to bring in sooner rather than later. I think probably at the end of the season, perhaps, if he keeps growing the way he is. But yeah, we've got a good team behind us. So it is food for thought for the future. We do seem to have a very, very tidy looking under-20 squad, especially based on that there, which is good news. But anyway, into the game against Huracan then. So team for this one, I think there's just the one change if I remember correctly. So Minetti in goal, Ferroni the one change, Gratha, Machuca and Nadalan at the back four, just because Kano wasn't really doing much in the last game, if you recall. Belmonte and Torres in the centre of the park with Aguirre, Riera and Benitez in front of them, and then Varela as per the normal up top now that he has ended his goal drought. Let's get into the game. Let's try and get another win. Let's get an unbeaten episode, and let's try and just win a few games before the end of the season, shall we? Because I think that's what we need to do. I think this will be the penultimate episode of the season. The last one I'll come back to show you guys what I think. Well, I'll kind of come back to it in a minute, but see, look at this, 20th place in form. Let's raise our game. I'm toying with the idea of either doing both of the Copa Sudamericana legs like I normally do, or whether I do that and the last league game, just so you can see. I don't know. Well, I'll have a look and I'll figure it out. So for tomorrow's episode, it'll be one or the other, and then obviously what I'll do is just kind of go past that and show you what the end of the league looks like. I don't know. I can't remember what the schedule looks like. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, Huracan just below us in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, level with us. You see, our goal difference has taken a shocking turn. Do you remember before when I said we had 40 goals and we'd conceded 24, 25, something like that? Yeah, that's not looking so good anymore. A win, we stay 12th. There is no difference. We're even below Rosario now, which is disgusting. The Velez are there in 62 points. We're not catching them. There's no chance we're catching them. I think the highest we could possibly get is probably 9th. I'm not going to lie to you. I think even that's a stretch. I think we're going to struggle to get any higher than where we are. Got to be honest. No highlights as of yet. Typical. Not really a lot going on. Here we go. Here's a highlight. Looks to be Huracan with the throw in their area. Mashuka misses the ball. Huracan are in. Is he going to get past Gratha? He is. Nearly tips it wide at the near post. Okay. How has that ended up as a chance? All right, corner now for Huracan. Ball in, Torres there. The first man manages to knock it away to safety. Put him under a bit of pressure now. Highlight ends. Nothing happening there. So we've had a lot of the ball as normal. Had a lot of chances. Nothing coming of them just yet though. Another chance for Huracan. Free kick. Is it going to be a cross or a shot? It's a cross. Man at the back post. Hits the post. Hits it off of. So Nadalan hits it into Machuca and it goes out for a corner. Good. Good. Corner now, back post. No one's there to capitalise. Looks like Riera is trying to get onto it. And yeah, not really a lot going on in that first half. Is the fair review of that? Not really a lot. Going to the second half then. Oh, that's a nice cup of tea. Riera then on the ball from the throw-in. Plays out to Benitez. Nice little find, but Benitez, why he doesn't take a touch is beyond me there. And now Huracan are on the charge again. No, they're not. Nadalan's got the ball. Is he going to keep it? No, he's not. He's going to lose it, which is pretty much what I expected. Benitez has gone through the back of him there, and he's getting sent off. Bye-bye, Martin Benitez. I'm saying it now. It's happening. Transfer list next summer. He's going next summer. This summer. I'm bored of him. He just doesn't play up. He just doesn't play well at all. He's just not good enough for this side. Did we get him on a free? I can't even remember, but he's been sent off a few times now, I think. Don't think that's the first time this season he's been sent off. Either that or he's been injured or something. Riera on the ball now, pushing forwards. Lovely little turn past his man, straight at the keeper though. Not a very difficult save for him. Typically our goalkeeper, the highest rated player of the game at the moment. Come on, boys. Come on. I quite enjoy the Huracan logo. I think is it like a hot air balloon? It looks like. I could just about see it on the league table. It looks a bit like a hot air balloon. It's very cool. Tells you exactly how this game's going, doesn't it, really? The fact that I can talk about their badge looking like a hot air balloon. So, as you didn't notice, obviously Varela's been hauled off because he's not playing well at all. We're going to put Riera out to... Oh, I was going to put Riera out to the right-hand side. I can't really do that because he doesn't play on the right-hand side. Fortunately, he's not having a very good game, so I can do... In fact, I'm going to bring on Barotha there, and let's do the old switcheroo. Get a bit of width into the team. There we go. And let's see if we can do something. Another highlight. Goal kick for Huracan. Gets it to Ferroni, who nods it back down, but it goes back to a Huracan player. Goes right back to their goalkeeper. This normally spells danger. Here we go. They're pushing forwards now. They're going to start making some chances. Obviously, we do have to recall that we are down to 10 men. And there it is. It's near post. Honestly, don't understand some of these goals. How does that go in? It is near post. Answer me that in the comments, please. How does that go in at the near post? Shocking. Shocking. I mean, credit to the player. It's an absolute worldie of a finish. But we're now down to 13th. And the decision I was talking about in the first clip of this episode, where I was talking about whether I would stay or go or anything like that, may be getting made for me. At this rate, I'm not even going to bother going on to the tactics screen. Just a quick sub. Let's bring off Torres, who, shockingly, as soon as I call him out saying he's been playing well, has just disappeared into the ether of the club and doesn't really seem to do anything nowadays. Which is fantastic. Huracan on the charge again. Belmonte's now getting sent off. We're down to 9 men because he's presumably just jumped in and stabbed him with a knife. Or his studs or whatever you want to call it. So we're down to 9 men now. Good. Good. Do you know what? No. I'm not going to make a change. Deal with it your own. Deal with it on your own, lads. No more shouts. I'm just going to sit here, going to drink my tea and watch the fire form around this terrible, terrible performance. Corner. Somehow, even though we've got 2 less men, we still managed to get the corner away. But where's it going to go? Presumably to someone in the Huracan shirt. Here we go. So look at this. Look at it. I know they've got more men than us, but it looks like there's about 14 of them compared to the 9 that we have. It's in at the back post. How does that go in? How does he header that in from there? Honestly. Honestly. Where actually is he when he headers this? He's so far out of that goal. Oh my word. And the loop he gets on the header is wonderful, but I don't know. We're down to 13th. I wonder what do you reckon, boys and girls? What do you reckon? Are we going to get a little message at the end of this game asking what's happened? What's going to get dragged into the boardroom? put it beyond the realms of possibility. It's happened once in our tenure. But you guys didn't see. Barotha with a goal. It's coming off the crossbar, it looks like there. 3,000 fans less than it was the last time I mentioned it, which I believe is in the last episode. I'm not even going to watch that. There's no point. Lovely little finish, but that's game over. We've got 90 seconds left in the game. We're down to 9 men. It's a miracle we even got one back. Again, looking at this, we're going to be 3-1 down if we're not careful. Oh, there it is. There it is. We've had 66% of the ball, and yet they've scored 3. That is efficiency at its best. And there you go, boys and girls. That is going to be the end of the game. Somehow it's still going, even though we're a minute and a half over what we've done. 2 sendings off. Disappointing. I mean, you're going to come back into training, but I might not even be there to take it. Wow. Not good. Not good at all. We've not been dragged into the boardroom, fortunately. Somehow. Club vision-wise, got me disappointed. I'm still somehow satisfied with our... I suppose it's because we're still getting through the cup, I guess. I don't really know. Satisfied playing... Well, yeah, we're not playing attacking football at all, because no one can do anything going forwards. We are, I mean, satisfied. More could have been done. Are you having a laugh? Let's just take a moment. Hold on, let's put this down. Right. I get that our team is quite old, but young player, young player, young player, young player, young player, young player. Just looking at the players we still play, young player. Yeah, he's young as well. There's bloody loads of them. What are you talking about? Not doing enough for the youth. Jesus Christ! I get that he's old and so's he, and there's our back sort of 4 or 5 is quite old as well. But I don't. It should make a difference. I don't know. Anyway, boys and girls, let's go. Let's wrap this one up. Let's go and see when we're going to come back, because I have to, for some reason, again, scroll the whole way through. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to go all the way through to and including this unknown game, which will be the Copa Sudamericana second round, first leg. We'll then finish off the season with a game against Argentinos Juniors, who we'll probably lose against, and then hopefully we'll back that up with another, or hopefully not lose in the second round against whoever we play. But anyway, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. We're through to the next round of the Cups. That's a win in itself. If you have enjoyed this one, then please make sure you hit that like button. That would be very much appreciated. If you are new around here, make sure you subscribe for regular content. And let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comments. But my name's been David. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you again next time. Cheers.